A flurry of news from President Trump that has just dropped in the last 10 minutes or so. He was flying on Air Force One from Florida across to New Orleans, a route that takes him over the Gulf of Mexico, or is it in fact now the Gulf of America? That is how he announced it, signing an executive order in the presidential office on board Air Force One. One of many different news lines that have emerged in the last 10 minutes. He announced that it was formally being renamed, in his eyes at least, the Gulf of America. We knew this was coming. Now it has come in the form of an executive order. And as he did so, the crew on board Air Force One announced that indeed they were flying over not the Gulf of Mexico, but the Gulf of America. Incidentally, he was asked by a member of the media on board the flight what Mexico had to say about this, and he said that we've never asked Mexico, they've never brought it up, but you can be sure that Mexico will still be referring to it as the Gulf of Mexico. Interestingly, Google has said that once it is officially changed in the US geographical system, they too will change it to the Gulf of America. So big tech there falling into line with Donald Trump. Plenty more other news, but listen to this on the Gulf of America just come into us.
Attention on board. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please direct your attention out the right side of the aircraft. Air Force One is currently in international waters, for the first time in history, flying over the recently renamed Gulf of America. Please enjoy the flight, and we are now about to head westbound to Super Bowl 59.
Wow, he did that well. That's a good job. He did, isn't that nice? You know, what about make America great again, right? That's what we care about. Okay, here we go.
Now, beyond that, the main headline news that he revealed on board that flight is that this week, tomorrow, he will impose 25% tariffs on all steel and aluminium imports globally, which is dramatic indeed. During his last presidency, Donald Trump imposed tariffs of 25% on steel, 10% on aluminium, but later granted several partners duty-free quotas, and that included the biggest importers of steel into the United States, Canada, Mexico, the EU, and the UK. No longer the case. He says that now 25% tariffs on steel and aluminium will be in place in a new order that he is putting in. So that will have a dramatic impact on countries that import steel. The biggest importers are still Canada and Mexico. It will have a dramatic impact on them. It will also increase the price of steel domestically as well in terms of manufacturers.